Hello, everyone. Welcome to you all, and thank you for joining me once again today as we continue to maintain a connection to God's Word and to maintain a connection to each other during this time of isolation and lockdown. I do want to say that it has been so refreshing how many of you continue to make God's Word a priority each day and to make opening God's Word a priority. So I want to thank you all for joining me once again today. We're up to Psalm 17, and so I invite you to hear the word of the Lord from the 17th Psalm, where David says, "Hear, O Lord, my righteous plea. Listen to my cry. Give ear to my prayer. It does not rise from deceitful lips. May my vindication come from you. May your eyes see what is right. Though you probe my heart and examine me at night, though you test me, you will find nothing. I have resolved that my mouth will not sin. As for the deeds of men, by the word of your lips I have kept myself from the ways of the violent. My steps have held to your paths, my feet have not slipped. I call on you, O God, for you will answer me. Give ear to me and hear my prayer. Show the wonder of your great love. You who save by your right hand those who take refuge in you from their foes. Keep me as the apple of your eye. Hide me in the shadow of your wings. From the wicked who assail me, from my mortal enemies who surround me. They close up their callous hearts, and their mouths speak with arrogance. They have tracked me down, they now surround me, with eyes alert to throw me to the ground. They are like a lion hungry for prey, like a great lion crouching in cover. Rise up, O Lord. Confront them, bring them down, rescue me from the wicked by your sword. O Lord, by your hand save me from such men, from men of this world whose reward is in this life. You still cherish the hunger, you still the hunger of those who cherish. Their sons have plenty, and they store up wealth for their children. And I, in righteousness, I will see your face. When I awake, I will be satisfied with seeing your likeness." This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Psalm 17 is a psalm of petition where David asks God, as a king, to vindicate him. It's clear in Psalm 17 that once again David is in trouble. He has enemies that are surrounding him, enemies that are evil with intent, and David believes that he has done nothing wrong, that his enemies surround him and want ill for him unjustly. And so David petitions God to search him and to see that he is righteous. Now, to be clear, David isn't claiming in this psalm to be sinless. He's asking God to see that he hasn't done anything wrong as a ruler. He hasn't taken a bribe. He hasn't ruled in an evil way. He's not abusing his authority. And David believes that because what he wants is good and what his enemies want is bad, that God, because of who he is, can and should act. And so we see again more bold commands from David to God. Hear me, Lord. Vindicate me, Lord. Show me the wonders of your great love. Rise up, O Lord. Confront my enemies, Lord. David also speaks about his enemies and how evil they are. Yet David maintains hope. He is confident of the Lord's rescue. He is assured that because God is a God of justice and righteousness, that he will act. I not only believe today that we can ask God to rise up and to ask God to act against this global pandemic, I believe that this is what we should be calling out to God to do. God can vindicate us. He can rescue us from this global pandemic. And what I want us to see today is not only can He, but He should. So in our prayers today, I want to invite you today to call on God and ask that we as humanity would be vindicated from this crisis. Cry out to God that He would see the evil and the death and the destruction that is happening right now, and ask that He would do what is right. Now, certainly, you and I, we as human beings, we are not sinless. We are not blameless in general. But when it comes to this virus that preys on the weak and on the vulnerable, that seeks to destroy life that God has created, we have a right as human beings to appeal to our Creator and to say to Him, God, this isn't right. You need to do something. I invite you today to cry out to God to rise up and to save us. Ask Him to show the wonders of His love to humanity and to make known to us as human beings that He is not a God who is far off, but a God who is our refuge and a God who cares for us. People of God, may the Lord be with you.